Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Downstairs Hooligans podcast. We are going to be talking about sports this episode, NFL Week 3 recap, our NFL picks from last week, and we might have special guests coming on soon. We're pretty excited about that. The Bills are actually good, and the Dolphins still suck, believe it or not. The Packers defense is looking incredible, and our early Super Bowl picks. Also, Egghead of the Week. We'll get deeper into that. But for now, I just wanted to start the episode off. We do not have Zach, the Cowboys man, next to us to dispute this next Cowboys game. So it's going to be interesting.
This guy's happy about that one.
Yeah, this will be an interesting pick for next game, I think.
To go back and forth.
And we also got these new coasters that look fire. They're on our Instagram story. Check them out. They look good.
Limited edition. We got more coming out.
Limited edition, more coming out. If you want one, hit us up, please. All right, let's get into it. Who's Egghead of the Week? Guess who? No surprise. Me.
DJ Monsoor.
Me again.
DJ.
I picked wrong. Redskins. Worst team I've ever seen. Bears defense. Best thing I've ever seen. Guess what? I benched the Bears defense. Guess why? Seattle played the Saints. I thought Seattle was going to have a good game. But they didn't. Teddy Bridgewater, Skyler.
A brick wall, Teddy Bridgewater.
I apologize.
Bullshit
Skyler.
Came true.
Thank you. Teddy Bridgewater's an animal. I've known it since day one, since he got in the league. I knew he was going to be a baller. His leg injury, I was a little iffy on that, but I knew when he had his chance, when he rose up from the darkness,
I think
he was going to win. He was going to come through.
6-0
is still possible.
True.
Sky just spews out a bunch of bullshit and then throws it in the oven like Clay. And if it comes out good, he spewed it out.
What's funny is
if it comes out bad, he's just like,
No, I've actually always believed in Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but you didn't pick the Saints last week. If you would have picked the Saints last week, you would be up.
I did my heart.
What?
Not in my head.
Not on the board, you didn't.
Not in my head, but in my heart, I had the Saints winning.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
I'm just gonna let it be known. I'm technically
follow your heart.
Technically, I was still right.
You didn't have faith in the Saints. You didn't put your money where your mouth is. You didn't vote on them.
You didn't.
So now you're tied.
You're tied up. Anyways, if I lose Egghead of the season, here's the thing. I'll be fine. I have a wig coming in this Halloween. It'll be okay. It's a mullet. Fuck it. Skyler. If Skyler loses, he will freak the fuck out. Everybody wants Sky to lose because he will flip.
Dude, if Sky went Egghead, imagine him on the side of the basketball court with a bald head, no beanie.
I can't, dude. I can't go bald.
You
need to start taking roids now.
Dude,
nobody laughs at a bald dude if he's buff.
And you get ripped. Yeah, you
just get ripped. Just take roids, lift like 3 times a day. Say, Coach, I'll still manage, but I need to work out. I need to go lift.
Dude,
I might be bald.
If I go bald,
I'll be huge.
If I go bald, you won't be seeing me anymore, dude.
He's just being in the corner.
I'll be staying inside in the shadows.
You're gonna be
like, I know as soon as I walk out in that sunlight and it hits my bald head right, the light from my head just blinds everybody.
It will.
Wear a turtleneck. Wear a turtleneck like Gru.
Dude,
off
there
of
you
Despicable Me.
Go.
You'll be Steve Carell.
Yeah, you could be
like 70 degrees. I guess it won't be 70
It won't be
degrees.
70, yeah.
It'll be cold.
It'll be cold. Like February.
So how are you going to keep your bald head warm?
Like January.
It'll be January. Isn't the Super Bowl in January?
Wait.
February. Week 17. What's week 17?
I don't know.
It's not. It's like start.
The fact of the matter is, I don't want to go bald.
There's a chance. I mean, I'm down 4 points. It's 26, and they're all tied at 30.
And it's only week 3.
It's only week 3, but I think this week I have a good chance of coming back up. But we'll get right into the week 3 recap of the NFL games, starting with the Thursday night game, which was
the Jaguars and Texans.
Very interesting.
Jaguars and Titans. I mean
Titans. Well, we all went with the Titans.
Yeah.
The reason being is because we really didn't see much out of Minshew. I think the Jaguars the season previous should have won that game against the Texans.
Well, and I think the Titans looked good through the first 2 weeks. And then going into this game, I was thinking, Derrick Henry's looked amazing the past 2 weeks running the ball. Marcus Mariota's just an average quarterback. The defense has done all right. And the Jaguars Leonard Fournette's been awful.
Mm-hmm. I I don't know how they're going to get him into the flow of things. I don't know if they're going to pass. Do they even pass it to him, or do they just like hand it off
Leonard
to him?
Fournette?
Yeah.
They may pass to him sometimes.
I don't really
think of him
focus
as a
on
receiving
him.
running back. I don't think of him as a.
I think he's going to get better, though. We see this out of Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, I think he's had like a mediocre season so far, but he will get better.
Okay, so Leonard Fournette
as the season progresses.
Leonard Fournette had 6 receptions for 26 yards.
So he gets past two.
So he gets past 2.
So that's what they're probably trying to scheme with, but they'll probably mix it up more this next week. But last week, the Jacksonville Jaguars looked good with Minshew. Minshew threw 20 for 30 with 2 touchdowns, and I think a passer rating of 106, 104. Might have been in that range.
108.
108, yeah. 108. So Minshew might be a waiver wire pickup if you need a quarterback. Or Daniel Jones.
Or
Daniel
Brissett.
Jones.
Or
Brissett.
Brissett.
Yeah, Brissett too.
Well,
But
this was the week of backup quarterbacks. Backup
Mason
quarterbacks
Rudolph.
balled this week. Teddy Bridgewater, Mason Rudolph,
yeah, but the Steelers lost.
Jacoby Brissett. I guess he was a backup, but now he's a starter.
Teddy Bridgewater did. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Teddy Bridgewater. This is what Teddy Bridgewater does. Screen passes.
You can't take it away from him.
Short
dude.
passes.
He
I
won the
can't.
game.
I can't take it away from him. All I can say is, wow, the Seattle Seahawks let a punt return go. Wow. Russell Wilson had to carry his team, and they still lost. And 50 points on fantasy, 2 rushing touchdowns, two passing touchdowns with a QB rating of 100 and something. It was up there. I think Seattle just had a rough week. I think Pete Carroll getting hit in the face with the football and having to get stitches really tore down the Seattle Seahawks.
Well,
Just that football.
that was for
Is
the
that
Thursday
what
night.
happened to
Yeah,
his nose?
yeah,
I
that's
was
what happened
wondering.
to
I
his
saw it, and I was like,
big
what
knocker.
happened?
So,
Yeah, his schnoz
the
got
Thursday night
fobbed.
game, the Jags won 20-7.
Yes, Jags won 20-7. 20-7 wasn't 20-13.
20-7.
Really?
Who do
Yeah.
they play next week? The Jags.
They play the Broncos.
Broncos. Yeah,
That'll be a good game.
that's a toss-up too.
Yeah.
Cause I don't
The
know.
Jaguars, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the Titans.
What's the
just
next game on the
fell
list?
fuck off.
The
Yeah.
Bills beat the Bengals 21-17, sending the Bengals
Yeah,
to 0-3 and the Bills to 3-0.
John
Bills
Ross
looking
can
nice.
die. Every wide receiver.
Yeah, bad game. The Bills defense is actually really good this year.
Bills defense.
Bills defense is solid, yeah.
Not gonna lie, Bills defense. The Bengals actually had a decent game, but Andy Dalton threw for 2 interceptions, and the wide receivers, John Ross had a fumble, and I think somebody else had a fumble.
Tate stepped
So-
up for the Bengals wide receivers this week.
Joe Mixon had a touchdown. So like the Bengals aren't looking bad; they're looking better.
But
But
they still
they're
find a way to lose.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do against
I
the
think
Steelers next week.
Joe Mixon is progressively getting better, but the Bengals just have that way of like we're gonna find a way to lose. We're not gonna win.
If AJ Green comes back, I see it going differently because then Andy Dalton, I feel like, is more focused. I just feel like
Yeah.
Andy
Yeah.
Dalton was just throwing shit up last week, just throwing it up. Just
Well, yeah.
where could it go? But yeah, I mean that was it. That was actually a fun game to watch. That was a
The
good
Bills
game.
came back.
The Bills came back and won. So good for the Bills, dude. 3-0. Who would have thought?
And Josh Allen, 243
didn't-
yards, a touchdown, but also a pick. But
Yeah,
I
who
wouldn't
would've
think
thought?
the Bills
Frank
would be
Gore?
3-0 the first 3 weeks of the season.
Frank Gore, the old how is he 60? The 60-year-old running back.
Yeah, he's at
14
least 70.
carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's 60 minimum, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
John
looks like a
Brown,
tank,
Pitt State
though.
product,
Pitt
producing.
State.
He's averaging like 50 yards a game,
I'll
right?
take it.
Yeah, still
pretty good.
good.
Yeah.
Good for the Bills, I think. So, what's the next game though? Since
Cowboys beat the Dolphins 31-6.
Go figure.
this is actually interesting
Yeah,
because
the
the
first half-
Dolphins,
the
the
first half
Dolphins,
was interesting.
yeah, because the first half the Dolphins had more yards than the Cowboys.
They were still down 10-6.
What?
Yeah, they were
Yes.
still down 10-6, but they had more total yards than the Cowboys
Yeah,
did.
Oh
they were down
my
10-6.
God.
So the Dolphins were like, the Cowboys were like, what just happened?
I'd be shook.
Yeah,
And
Like, these dudes are fucking ass. How do they have more yards than us?
Yeah.
then they started handing off to Zeke.
yeah. Then they
If only
started
Zach
doing the
were
run
here to
game.
explain.
And Pollard-
you
He'd be
know?
like, yes,
No.
yes, okay, that did happen, but the next half.
Like
That's
Pollard
what
and
he
Zeke combined for 128 yards and a touchdown.
Combined?
Or no, 228 yards and a touchdown.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
say-
surprised the Dolphins got 6 points regardless. The worst team in
Yeah.
NFL history, arguably, got 6 points. It's arguable right now. But, like, it's just surprising. The
There's-
Cowboys could be overrated.
The thing about the Dolphins is there's
be.
nothing.
Yeah.
I watch them and there's nothing good to say about the Dolphins.
Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
who have the Cowboys faced that's a worthy
They haven't faced
opponent?
anybody.
Exactly. They've only faced the Giants, the Redskins, and the
And then
Dolphins. Arguably the 3 worst teams in the NFL.
Zach would not have this
Arguably,
slander.
With Case Keenum.
Among the Jets.
Among the
With
Jets.
the Jets, too.
Well, Jets right now. But yes, it's just I feel like this next week's going to be interesting. That's all
Who
I'm
do
saying.
they play next week?
The Saints.
Saints this week. The Saints.
It's
They'll
interesting,
get some
right?
competition.
That'll be a fun game
for
to watch.
once.
All right, what's the next game?
The next game is the Broncos and Packers. Packers winning 27-16. I think I expected this.
I expected it, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, 235 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Jones and
It was kind of just a waiting game, waiting for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense to get like rolling again.
yeah,
I
and the
think.
Packers defense is the best pass defense in the NFL right now according to the stats.
But 16 points is also respectable for the number 1 defense now. Apparently,
Yeah.
Green Bay is the number 1 defense in fantasy, at least now.
Yeah.
So the Broncos have potential. I'm saying the Broncos have potential. Are they showing it right now? No.
Well, and it's Philip Lindsay had 21 carries for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. So the Packers
Yeah,
rush
Philip
defense.
Lindsay
had a
start him
really
next
good
week.
The Packers rush defense obviously is not very good, but the pass defense. They held Joe Flacco to 200 yards and an interception, and they sacked him 6 times.
Yeah.
Damn.
The Broncos
So-
O-line's probably the worst in the NFL with probably Arizona Cardinals.
And then you didn't have much from the Green Bay. Running the ball. They had. Jamal Williams had 12 carries for 59 yards, and then Aaron Jones had 10 carries for 19 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Aaron Jones just had
Aaron Jones
touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a game
But-
too.
And Scantling stepped up for 99 yards and a touchdown receiving wise. But I expected it. The Packers are just a better team.
I think Devontae Adams will show out this next game. I think they're going to throw to him more. I think the secondary is okay on the Eagles, but the Eagles could win.
Which, speaking of the Packers,
Eagles could win.
Packers are going to the Super Bowl, in my
No.
opinion.
No.
We'll get to that later. But
We'll get to that later.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In regard to fantasy, would Scantling be a pickup if he's open?
Regarding to fantasy, yes, he would be a good pick. He would be a good flex. He would be a good flex. A good when a player has a bye, put him in. He's one of the. He's a bench player.
He's a sleeper.
A sleeper player.
Because I got sent to trade. It was Philip Lindsay for Scantling, and
Nope.
I didn't know if I wanted to do that.
Dude, Lindsay, that's a starting running back. I think
Yeah,
Lindsay puts up points.
Whoever sent you that trade's dumb. They're trying to get you off.
They're trying to scheme you.
They're trying to
declined
sell
it.
Scantling high while he's doing good. While he
Right.
did good this week.
I wanted Lauren. I wanted
McLaren.
McLaren, but he
All
said
right.
that was the one wideout he needed.
Next game is the Colts and Falcons. The Colts beating the Falcons 27-24.
Close game.
Close
Little
game.
surprised.
A little surprised. Really surprised too. I didn't think the Colts would be this good, but they're showing their potential. They're a serious contender.
I was on the.
on Brissett train.
I was on. No, I was. I'm gonna say I was on the Brissett train, but this just made me a believer, dude. This game,
Yeah.
bro.
It made me say,
Yeah, you're right.
okay, Jacoby Brissett isn't as bad as I thought.
310 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I respect
28
that
for 37.
man. I respect him now. I used to not. Maybe that year with Andrew Luck, I don't know.
Marlon Mack had a good game. 16 carries, 74 yards and a touchdown.
He didn't. That was all mainly fourth quarter. Because I remember I was checking my fantasy at work and he didn't have shit. And I was like, "Fuck! I wish I would have started Philip Lindsay." And then at the end of the game, he had 16, 17 points. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
So he kind of turned up.
Julio did what you're gonna expect him to do. 8 receptions, 128 yards and a touchdown.
He didn't hit Calvin.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Devontae Freeman stepped up. 16 carries for 88 yards. He didn't have any
traded
touchdowns
him
or anything,
away.
but he averaged 5.5 yards a carry.
They need a new running back.
And then Matt Ryan threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and a pick.
I don't.
so-
Yeah. I mean, the Colts are going to be a serious pickup, pick this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The Colts just have looked good the last 3 weeks. So
What's the next game on the
Chiefs
list?
and Ravens. Chiefs beating them 33-28.
Close game.
Lamar Jackson actually looked good.
It wasn't a close game
I was
until
kinda-
late in the game.
I was kind of rooting for the Ravens. Not gonna lie.
Because at half it was 23-6
yeah.
Chiefs. So it didn't really get close until.
Yeah, because the Chiefs defense decided to just jump around when they were on the secondary. I swear, they just got froze.
Yeah.
Froze, dude. Frozo said, bam. Because there was this one play, I think this dude just jumped. But then the secondary dude just looked at him while he was jumping and catching the ball. I was like, what?
Lamar Jackson had about a 50% completion percentage. 267 yards, no touchdowns passing wise, but he did have 8 carries for 46 yards and a rushing touchdown.
One of the most agile rushing touchdowns I've ever seen from a quarterback was that.
Yeah.
He literally juked a person, spun out a dude, and juked another guy.
That I didn't see.
No, it was.
I saw a. He's about to get sacked. Like this D lineman was on his ankles. He just threw up a fucking bomb all the way to like the 4-yard line, 5-yard line. I was like, holy fuck.
So
that
yeah,
had me surprised. I was shook.
Patrick Mahomes went 27 for 37 for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Go figure.
Yeah, Patty's going to do what Patty
Mark
does.
Ingram, 103 yards and 3 touchdowns running wise.
Mark
Ingram's a really good running back to have, dude.
I mean, he was starting for the Saints before Alvin Kamara came in, and he was good there.
Who would have thought, though? Because I thought he was an older player.
Yeah. He's not quite as old as Frank Gore.
Yeah, not as old as Frank, and Frank's still getting it done.
He still has his joints looped up.
That game did give me what I expected, though. I expected a good game between the two teams.
Yeah. Their offenses are really built similarly.
Similarly. Next game.
Similarity. What's the next game?
Vikings 34, Raiders 14.
Yeah.
So just complete and utter domination.
But the tight end, Waller.
13 receptions, 134
He had 16 points. So I think he's going to be a target. And Josh Jacobs, apparently the coach is trying to get him more within the passing game and getting him the ball more. Yeah. So I'm excited to see that next week. And I'm just waiting and hoping Josh Jacobs comes out.
Not impressed with Kirk Cousins wise. 170 yards and a touchdown. He didn't really do much.
See, that's why I'm kind of skeptical about this next week's game. It's the Bears and the Vikings. Because the Bears have the #1 defense that I didn't start in the league, besides the Packers, of course.
Overall, though.
Yeah, it's just overall it's good. Like, they had a pick six. Khalil Mack had 2 forced fumbles. We'll get to that game.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see what Dalvin Cook does against the Bears because he looks like a cheat code. He looks like a cheat code. How fast he goes, I'm just like, what? You see that play where he juked like 5 guys and got a first down?
I look at he looks like a cheat code, dude.
He looks like the best running back in the NFL right now.
I think he might be.
He looks like Ricky Williams on street.
Yeah, Ricky Williams. Without the drugs.
Without the drugs.
Yeah, honestly.
But everybody expected that.
I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do next week as well because I'm wondering if they should start their backup, because Kirk Cousins is kind of shit in the bed. I mean, he's doing okay, but he's not doing great. But all the backups are showing out.
The backups are showing out, but they'll wait with Kirk Cousins. They're trying. I feel like the run game's just too strong.
They paid Kirk Cousins so much money.
They're just like, fuck it.
Really?
Let's just run the ball.
Like, they paid Kirk Cousins so much money, too. So.
It was a big check. So.
Damn.
They just want to see what they can get out of him.
Who is his backup? Maybe that's why he doesn't give a fuck anymore, because he's getting paid.
Yeah, fuck fine.
Next game, the Patriots beat the Jets 30-14.
Cool.
A shocker.
I mean, another game.
The Patriots, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl unless Tom Brady gets hurt.
Yep.
Nah.
Yes. Their defense is insane. I just saw a stat today on Instagram. The first Super Bowl defense to have the first 3 weeks no rushing or receiving touchdowns, which is impressive as hell.
All I know is
that is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Is that Tom Brady looks fine. Age isn't getting to him. He looks just as good as he always has.
Yeah, he's big chill.
But the thing the Patriots have...
Sony Michel has looked bad all season.
Yeah, but they don't need her. They have Rexhead.
Burkhead.
They also
Rex
got
Burkhead.
James White.
Bald
James
man.
White. They don't need... The run game's not their focus. They just throw it. It doesn't matter. But the thing that the Chiefs have... The thing that the Patriots have that the Chiefs don't have is a defense. Defense, the Chiefs don't have secondary-wise, at least, I think. So Patriots have it all. I just don't think they have a weak point.
Unless the Chiefs are faster than the Patriots defense, assuming the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl with the Patriots. Unless the Chiefs are faster.
AFC Championship game? They can't go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Unless the Chiefs are faster than the Patriots defense, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
But they are fast, so
I do know
it is possible. If any team can do it, it could be the Chiefs.
The Jets need to press Sam Darnold to get back. They need to get my man Le'Veon some help.
Sam Darnold is not the key, dude.
They just need to get Le'Veon some help, dude. Le'Veon is
Sam Darnold?
He's better than Luke Falk.
No.
Luke Falk.
You think
Sam Darnold is fucking ass. I dropped him in the toilet this morning when I woke up.
Sam Darnold's not that
He's
bad.
better than Luke Falk, but he'll
will
have a better
Have
season.
faith in the
than Luke Falk.
backups.
Not Luke
Let him
Falk.
let him
Not
get
Luke
into
Falk.
it. Let him ease into the position.
What's the next game? Who gives a shit about that?
The Lions beat
Patriots
the
game?
Eagles 27-24.
I'm
Which the Lions have looked very
Yeah.
good.
Lions have
in
looked
this game.
good. I thought the Eagles were actually going to win. Like
I
coming
did
down to
think-
crunch
yeah.
time. Because, I mean, it felt like Eagles had all the momentum. Aguilar was getting catch after catch. Jordan Howard had a good game. Carson Wentz actually looked like a better quarterback than last week.
Marvin Jones had a very
looked
good
better.
game for
Yeah.
the Lions. 101 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, but then you have the Lions. Matthew Stafford throwing okay.
Yeah.
And
They fed Kieran Johnson 20 times and he only produced 36 yards and a touchdown.
Really?
So
Oh my.
so, like, how did they get
God.
most of their just, like, bullshit plays probably? When you just
I
breakout plays?
I think Matt Stafford usually has a better week than this. I mean, he was 18 for 32 for 200 yards and a touchdown.
Then again, the Eagles' defense isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is
Neither is
true.
the Lions. So it's a very evenly matched. That was an evenly matched game. So, but
Definitely,
yeah, Lions dub. Really fun game to watch
Lions
too.
came through.
It was a good
Did-
back and forth
yeah,
game.
these weeks of football were fun to watch. Besides Seattle getting fucked, but that wasn't fun for me personally.
I like seeing Teddy Bridgewater get back at it.
But Russell Wilson had an amazing game. Like
Yeah,
that's what I like to
phenomenal
see.
game.
Like I was like, oh, Chris Carson had a fumble again. Cool. Wow, you're a reason we lost. Cool. Punt return. Cool.
yeah, I
Russell
was
Wilson
for
was like,
that.
you know what? Fuck it. If I'm losing, I'm going for it. That's why DK loves him.
Next game,
Yeah.
Panthers and Cardinals. Panthers 38, Cardinals 20.
Okay.
Kyle Allen looked amazing. 261 yards, 4 touchdowns. Back up for Cam Newton.
Cam Newton was starting. Cardinals win that.
Yeah, I
That's my
actually agree because Cam Newton hasn't looked that good, and it is just because he was partially injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason
I still think the Panthers would have won.
The only reason I picked the Cardinals was because it was his first game, first NFL game. I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know what he's going to look like.
Yeah.
But then, oh, wow, Cardinals defense, poop.
Kyler Murray throws 2 interceptions.
Cardinals,
he throws 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions.
Cardinals offensive line, poop.
Anal fudge.
David Johnson only rushed 37 yards on 11 carries, so he only averaged like.
But
3
he had a
yards a carry.
touchdown.
And
He had a receiving touchdown.
You're trying to trade me him for Mark Ingram.
That's a terrible trade.
I don't have him anymore, so.
That was a terrible trade, though.
Yeah, that was a terrible trade. That's what I said.
And then Christian McCaffrey ran for 153 yards and a touchdown.
Baller.
Yeah. So the Panthers they're a good team.
The Panthers can be good, but
But-
they just
but you
hold
see-
themselves back.
You
They
You see their
just-
first 2 weeks, you're like, okay, that Cam Newton guy kind of pooped the
See,
bed.
with the Panthers, I feel like they just shoot themselves in the foot sometimes. Like
Yeah.
they hold their own selves back.
Yeah,
It's
And-
like
I agree.
it's like a football coach, you know, just saying it's all in your head. If you don't think you can face up against this big guy, you can't. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You know.
Pretty much. Yeah, but the Cardinals aren't looking good. Yeah.
The next game, Giants 32, Buccaneers 31. The Daniel Jones era has started.
Daniel Jones, I should have kept him, and I should have dropped Jimmy G.
Both these defenses are bad. So I mean, Jameis Winston threw for
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 380
Actually,
yards.
the Buccaneers' defense isn't that bad. Their
I don't
secondary
know.
is terrible. Their pass rush is good. That's about it.
I mean, Daniel Jones went 23 for 36 for 336 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and 2 rushing touchdowns, right?
Yeah, he had 2. He had
So,
4
Daniel
carries,
Jones
20
is the
yards,
new
2
man.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
Daniel
Daniel
Jones,
Jones is the man
he's
in
going to
New
be the
York.
face of the Giants unless he gets hurt and then Eli comes in. He won't get. I don't think he'll get hurt though. I think he's going to be a god. I think they're going to release Eli after this season, or Eli's just going to retire. And then Daniel Jones will be the face.
And Sterling
He's the king
Shepard.
in New York.
Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram both went for over 100 yards and touchdowns, or at least 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think Sterling Shepard's going to be a breakout player now. He's going to be a main target. I think.
Yeah.
I think Goldman. I think he'll be
Gallman?
I think will be all right with Saquon out.
We did see Mike Evans get out of his slump. Obviously, eight receptions, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
I saw that personally at hand.
I guess he's over that illness.
Yeah, he's over that illness.
He went sicko mode.
Jameis Winston had his best game for a while.
Probably because Mike Evans was playing good.
Yeah.
Maybe Jameis Winston will be good now.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm on the fence about him.
Yeah. He's still going to
because it was the Giants, so.
Anybody can throw against the Giants.
That's the facts.
Next game, Texans 27, Chargers 20. Chargers are now 1-2.
A little surprised about that one.
I am very.
I was surprised about that one. I thought they were going to throw the ball more to Egghead.
I remember the Chargers looked so good last year, and at the start I've been under impressed by how they look this year.
Well, now Melvin
defense.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
But now Melvin Gordon's coming back, so I don't know whether
it'll be interesting how they divide up carries with him and Eckler.
Because Eckler, I think's had a good year. I don't know whether to start Eckler or not.
It'll probably be like the Broncos.
But again, I have Josh Jacobs and Goldman. So should I start Goldman, Jacobs and
Eckler
Egghead?
And Josh Jacobs.
So Josh Jacobs and Egghead and DK.
And then start DK your flex.
Okay. I might do that, but Goldman's a starting running back.
Anyway,
I think
Deshaun Watson 350 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson had a day.
Carlos Hyde averaged 1.9 yards a carry and had a touchdown.
Deshaun Watson's a baller.
Carlos Hyde's a poop head. 1.9.
Carlos Hyde did not do bad, or did not do good.
He had 1.9 yards.
He had 1.9 yards per carry.
For some reason, I thought you said 190.
Philip Rivers
That'd be a god stat.
Philip Rivers
damn.
Philip Rivers threw the ball 46 times and only completed 31 of them. Had 318 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eckler didn't do anything. My boy Keenan Allen, however,
baller.
13 receptions, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I don't know how they're gonna divide the carries.
I think
they're gonna split him and Melvin. Obviously, Egghead and Melvin.
We still got Justin Jackson too.
There's Justin Jackson, but I think Egghead's gonna split out to more of a wide receiver type dude.
I think it'll be like the situation in Denver. I think they're probably going to split it, for the most part, 50-50 until Melvin gets back in the rhythm of things, and then it'll probably be like a 70-30, 75-25 thing.
Yeah.
Because I know the Colts also have Naheem Hines and then another running back, but they hardly get any carries.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit on Goldman for this week and see what he does. And if Egghead doesn't do well, it's the Dolphins, so I'm expecting Egghead to at least do something. At least something.
Something, yeah.
Anyways.
He'll definitely have a good
unless
week.
The Dolphins are a breakout team.
No. Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen's pulling
Kenyon
the team
Drake.
together. Those two will reform Miami.
Next game. 49ers moved to 3-0, beating the Steelers 24-20 and sending the Steelers to 0-3.
Oh my!
Here's the thing: Steelers defense slept on. Well, I was sleeping on their defense this week. Wow.
Yes, the Steelers
this week was insane.
Looked good this week, actually.
They had an interception, right?
They had two interceptions.
2 interceptions and a forced fumble.
They had 2 interceptions, and they forced 4 fumbles.
Are you fucking kidding
3 of
me?
which they got.
Damn.
That and the 49ers still came to win. See, that's why I think Jimmy G can come out. The 49ers can come out, and they still won.
Yeah.
Steelers offense, interesting, but 49ers defense good as well.
The 49ers defense is
But
good.
they didn't have that many takeaways.
They had an interception and a fumble recovery.
Yeah.
That's what they had.
Pretty good. But 5. Was that 5 turnovers, you said? 2 interceptions? Yeah. That's insane. That's Bears defense quality.
And I think that the Steelers' main focus right now should be getting James Conner going, because
just getting the offense going.
They need James Conner.
Yeah.
If they can get James Conner going and make defenses actually focus more on James Conner, then you can opens up the passing game.
Yeah, I don't know why
Juju and Mason Rudolph.
James Conner's just not performing like he did.
I don't know.
2 years ago, last year ago,
last year,
yeah.
Because Le'Veon was holding out.
Yeah. But James Conner just doesn't look like the player he was last year.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he doesn't have to prove himself anymore. Like, he's the sole back there.
Speaking of running backs,
other than Jalen Samuel,
the San Francisco employs an interesting running back. They have Mostert, Breida, and
it's gonna be like the Chargers now. They have like 3 good running backs they'll use for each situation.
They use Jeff Wilson just for the red zone.
Yeah.
They use Mostart and Breida. They switch them out, and they're both good running backs. So
I think that's what they'll do with Eckler in the red zone. I think Eckler will just go to the split. I think it'll just go.
Melvin Gordon will definitely be the power running back.
Oh yeah, I
know.
know.
Red zone.
But like just wide receiver wise, running back wise, he'll play more wide receiver.
Next game was the Saints 33, Seahawks 27. We kind of already talked about this.
We kind of did.
Teddy Bridgewater looked good in his
Pete Carroll.
return.
Okay, here's the reason we lost. Pete Carroll got hit in the face with the football. Done. That's why we lost. The vibe was down. It rattled him. He literally said, "I had a bad day. I'm the reason we lost." And I disagree. I think the special teams is the reason we lost. I think Chris Carson is the reason we lost. Russell Wilson.
Sucks.
If Chris Carson wouldn't have fumbled, and if we wouldn't have had that punt return touchdown on us, I mean, we would have won.
Well,
Russell Wilson carried.
It also helps if you can keep Alvin Kamara to less than 160 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara made our defense look silly.
Yeah.
Our defense looked silly against him. We didn't know where he was. Anywhere. We couldn't tackle him. We didn't know what was going on because Teddy Bridgewater just threw these little bitch passes, maybe 2 yards.
Skipping the ball off the ground.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara.
And Alvin Kamara just made it happen.
He had 170 yards total and 2 touchdowns. Michael Thomas had 54 receiving yards, a touchdown. Tyler Lockett had 150 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson had, 4 total touchdowns? Yeah, 2 passing, 2 rushing. Threw for 400 yards. Russell Wilson had a great day.
Russell Wilson had a day, dude.
Sicko
And that's one of the first times I've also seen him throw the ball that much. I mean, he had 50 pass attempts.
He doesn't throw the ball usually over 300 yards.
Yeah.
He usually does 200 and then some rushing. Now we're seeing him against a good defense, Saints defense. That's why I'm excited to see him next week.
Because Pete Carroll had him throw 50 pass attempts. I mean,
Jesus.
Pete Carroll said he had a bad day. I can't imagine if Pete Carroll had a good day.
Screw freaking Chris Carson. I think then Pete Carroll's like, we have faith in him. I'm like, well, if you do, give him some stickier gloves because he's fumbling the ball every week.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it.
Didn't he only have like 3 last year, and then he's gotten 3 these first 3 weeks?
He has 4 this year.
4,
I think. He had 2 against the Steelers, and I think he had 1. He might have had 1 against.
Start giving the ball to Penny.
Start giving the ball to C.J. Procise or Penny.
Yeah.
Penny had a good game against the Steelers. Procise is a good catching running back. Give it to them, not Chris Carson. I'm scared. But Russell Wilson, with him as my quarterback, boom, I'm good.
How do you fumble the ball so fucking much? You're a pro running back.
Tuck it in. I see running backs. I see defenders ripping that shit, and they still don't get the ball. But Chris Carson just holding it out here, a little punch, boom, out. I'm like, okay.
Sunday night primetime game.
He's like Petey off of Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Sunday night primetime game. Rams 20, Browns 13.
For prime time, prime poop.
That was a very boring game.
I heard the Rams didn't play as well as they should have.
Yeah,
I heard the Browns played as the Browns should. Poop.
Well, Todd Gurley had 14 carries for 43 yards. He just wasn't able to get started tonight that night.
He hasn't been able to get it started these first 3 weeks.
Did Nick Chubb have a good game?
Jared Goff threw 2 picks. Nick Chubb had 23 carries for 96 yards, and then he had 4 receptions for 35 yards.
It's not a bad game.
Not bad.
Baker Mayfield had a touchdown and a pick. Brandon Cooks had 8 receptions for 112 yards. Meanwhile, Cooper Kupp had 11 receptions for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Cooper Kupp did good, yeah.
Yeah.
Odell did not show up. 6 receptions for 56 yards. He had an all-right game, but I expect more out of Odell.
Yeah, everybody's hyping him up to be the best wide receiver in the NFL. Have we seen it? No. I don't think we've seen it. Who's the best
week
wideout?
He had a very good game, but
the best wideout right now is between Julio and DeAndre Hopkins or Mike Evans. Mike Evans could show out. Keenan Allen could show out too.
In my opinion, right now it's Julio is the best wideout.
Yeah, he's just on a team that doesn't really.
Top 5 would be no order: Julio, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans. I'd say Cooper Kupp. Just because he's super consistent with Jared Goff.
He's going to be a top 5 these next weeks. And who's going to be a top 5 these next weeks? DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that would be my favorite.
My top 5 when everybody's healthy, like every quarterback.
I forgot about DeAndre Hopkins. Sorry.
All quarterbacks, when all the quarterbacks are healthy and stuff. And like if AB was playing for a team,
yeah,
I'd say it goes Julio, DeAndre, AB, And then I'd put Michael
The
Thomas.
rapist?
Michael Thomas up there at fourth. And
Shut
I'd
this
put-
blasphemy down.
My fifth would probably be Devontae Adams or Odell or Mike Evans, one of those three.
Yeah.
Toss-up.
Yeah, that's a toss-up there. But I think DK's going to be... He's going to come out. He's going to come out. He just hasn't yet. He had one... I think he had like 2 or 3 catches actually last game. 2 or 3 targets.
Tyler Lockett, too.
Yeah. He had 1 catch for 56 yards. He had 2 defenders on him.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that.
Caught the ball with ease. I'm just saying, like, if we want to start winning games, Pete Carroll, throw it to DK more.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Also,
and stop
keep
running
throwing
the
it to
ball.
Tyler Lockett.
Don't
And
give
Tyler
it to
Lockett.
Chris
Throw it to
Carson.
everybody,
Throw it to
actually.
everybody.
Throw it to
Hardball.
everybody. Will Disley, Luke Wilson, we just signed. Awesome. We're getting threats.
Signed him back.
We signed Luke Wilson back, which I'm happy about. We'll have 2 amazing tight ends. We'll have 3 good fucking wideouts. I'm excited about it. Our running back situation we need to figure out. That's in our O-line. Jesus.
Last game of the week,
Yeah.
Monday night. Bears 31, Redskins 15. The Bears defense just trounced the Redskins.
Sadly, I picked the Redskins.
Trounced.
And I didn't start the Bears defense. Why?
Mitchell Trubisky,
God knows.
Mitchell Trubisky threw his first 3 touchdown passes of the year, and they were all to Taylor Gabriel.
Oh, my God.
Is Taylor Gabriel on the waivers? Probably
Yeah.
not. No, he is.
Case Keenum threw for 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks, and he fumbled twice. Or he fumbled 3 times, but lost only 2 of them.
Didn't he have 5 takeaways?
He had 5 turnovers.
Just on him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Bears defense is not to be fucked around with.
Sit Case Keenum, start
Dwayne
Haskins.
Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins.
They already named him the starter for this week, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right after that game, they named him the starter.
Good.
Case Keenum. No, they named Case Keenum the starter. Again.
What?
Right after the game, they're like, we're sticking with Case Keenum as starter for next week.
That's that's bad. The coach is getting fired. Coach is getting fired. Coach is getting fired. Coach is getting fired. All right. So let's head in to our week 4 NFL picks.
Week 4.
Week 4 NFL picks, starting with the first Thursday night game, starting tonight actually at 7:20. The Eagles and the Packers. Who was gonna win?
Packers.
Packers, in my opinion.
Because I would say the Eagles are a very pass-heavy offense. And 2 of their Alshon's coming back,
It
right?
would help if the
Alshon's
Eagles...
coming back.
Okay, so one of their starters is out. And then, like Sky said, the Packers have the number 1 passing defense right now in the league.
It would help that
So,
the Eagles...
Game over.
If the Eagles team wasn't in the hospital, like the whole team.
Yeah.
would
Well,
help.
they got Alshon back. Deshaun Jackson's done.
Still out.
Still
He's
hurt.
still out.
Carson Wentz still injury prone.
Still laying in the hospital bed.
No, he's not. He played last week.
No, I'm talking about Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see the Packers. I see Aaron
think-
Jones going in. I just see Devontae Adams having a breakout
Yeah.
game. I see the Eagles scoring. Yes, I do see the
Yeah.
Eagles
I
scoring.
I think the Packers offense is better than the Eagles offense, and the Packers defense is better than the Eagles defense. So
Yeah.
Offense by a long shot. Defense
it's
by
closer.
a hair.
It's closer, but I think the Packers are better.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game, a fun game to watch. But Packers all the way around, I think.
Yep.
Zach picked the Packers, too. We have Zach's picks also, and we'll be shouting those out as well.
Yeah. Next game was the Titans versus the Falcons. Is the Titans versus Falcons?
This one's a toss-up, I
It's-
think.
it's close.
It's close.
The Falcons haven't looked good.
The Falcons
They haven't looked bad.
They haven't looked bad, though.
They've looked
played
mediocre, but
pretty good teams.
They haven't
Yes.
played up to where I expect them to be, though.
Yes,
mean-
they've played pretty good teams, though. You look at the first 3 teams, Minnesota, Eagles, and what was the last one they played? Colts.
Colts.
Colts
Yeah.
are a contender now. Eagles,
That was
they
discovered.
beat.
This is before
They
they,
beat
were
the
all
Eagles.
hurt.
And Minnesota, they just had a
did.
fluke, I think.
Yeah, they did good in Minnesota.
They need to find consistency. They need to find something with the running backs. They
Well,
need to find it.
And when I think of the Falcons every year, I think they're going to be pretty good. Like I don't.
Yeah, I
They're
always
a
have
solid
faith. I
team.
always have faith in them,
yeah.
just a little bit. And
Because
they
Matt
always-
Ryan is
they
such
always
a good-
produce a little
Matt
bit.
Ryan is such a good QB, and he's been struggling this year with interceptions.
But he still
Yeah.
comes to
Yeah.
play each play.
He's still, dude, just watching him throw the ball, he puts it in the best places.
Julio's great.
Julio,
Top
Calvin.
wide on the NFL.
Yeah, they
Austin
just need
Hooper.
They just need a running back. Austin Hooper too.
He's actually a sleeper tight end, so
just drop
waiver
Devontae
wire
Freeman.
pickup. Yeah.
They need somebody better.
And the Titans, it looks like they've just lost it. I saw him week 1. I was like, wow, this is going to be a good team. And as like week 2 came around, I was like, what happened? And then week 3, and I was like, huh? But yeah, I mean,
Marcus Mariota just looks like the average quarterback he's always been.
Marcus Mariota got sacked like 8 times last week.
Yeah, he needs help.
I swear, I was watching that game. He got tackled like 8 times. One of the times he fumbled, he tripped on his own foot. So I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons on this
Falcons.
And Zach went with Tennessee.
Yep, he went with the Titans.
Sleeper team.
So he was hating on Tennessee, and now he's gonna.
He switched it up.
No, he was rooting for Tennessee. He went for Tennessee against the Colts. He went for Tennessee.
I think last week he was hating on him. Actually,
he
no. He picked the Titans.
He was talking shit on Marcus Mariota.
He put the Titans over somebody, though.
That's right. Because he had Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Next game is the Redskins versus the Giants.
I picked the Falcons.
See, if Haskins was starting, I probably would have picked the Redskins because the Redskins have a better defense than the Giants. However, they're not starting him.
Case Keenum starting. Daniel Jones is
Case
actually
Keenum, the Redskins.
baller.
But again,
the Redskins have no running backs.
But again, last week he played one of the best defenses. So that could be,
Like the Redskins have Adrian Peterson, but this isn't Adrian Peterson of 2012. This is
Adrian Peterson at 40 years old.
Yeah, this is old Adrian Peterson.
Daniel Jones looks like he'll show out. I'm excited to see more of Daniel Jones, and I think the rest of the league is.
Yep. Yeah.
Goldman, I'm excited to see how he does, but I'm still going to bench him.
Is he the backup to Saquon?
He's the backup. He's going to be starting this next week.
Yeah. He'll have Ingram and Shepard to throw to you.
That's why it's such a gamble.
Shepard and Daniel Jones look like they have a really good link going on.
I'm waiting to see week 5 when Golden Tate's able to come back. His suspension's over.
The Giants will actually look nasty, but it's their defense, dude.
Yeah.
Their defense just looks so poopy. Like, it's not good. It might be the worst besides the Dolphins.
But I'm still going to go with the Giants.
Yeah, still going to go with the Giants because I think their offense is so powerful.
I'll go Giants too, but so is week 5 when Golden Tate comes back, or is that the last week of his suspension?
I think it's the last week. I don't know when he comes back, honestly. I knew it was like substance
it's either
abuse.
Week 5 or it might be the last week of the suspension. I don't know.
Yeah. But Zach picked the Giants too.
Zach did pick the Giants. He returns to the team's active roster on September 30th.
That's next week, right?
Yeah, it's next week. That's actually this Sunday.
4 days.
That's this Sunday.
Sunday. They're not going to play him.
This Monday.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, next week. After this next week.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next game?
Next game is the Chargers and Dolphins. So
Chargers. We don't have to dispute that one.
Unless the Miami's literally just been hiding a bunch of fucking God squads.
No, they all went traded.
In the caves.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
They have a problem with losing people. No.
We all picked the Chargers. There's no dispute on this. Yeah, Dolphins are the worst team.
The Dolphins are going to go 0-16 probably.
Yeah. In my opinion, they might be the worst team ever.
Ever. In the 100 years of the NFL.
100 years ever.
There is, yeah.
Forever.
And ever.
Even worse than that 0-16 Lions team.
0-16 Lions team was one of the, that was a pretty bad team, but like.
But I see no bright spot.
Who do the Dolphins have? That's who's their star player? Best player on the Dolphins.
Kenyon Drake.
And he's like a third string running back in my eyes. Team. So yeah, Dolphins worst team ever. Next game, please.
Las Vegas and the Colts. Raiders and Colts.
Okay. Here's the situation. Colts look like a contender now for the playoffs.
Brissett looks like a top 10 quarterback to me right now.
Raiders. Derek Carr's been throwing poop. I don't know why. He needs to throw it shorter. He doesn't need to throw it deeper. He needs to throw it to his tight end. He needs to throw it to his running back.
They're trying to show AB that Derek Carr's got an arm. Come back, AB. Look at Derek Carr's arm.
They won't sign him back. He's done, obviously.
He's done for.
But I have to go Colts.
Yeah.
Marlon Mack looks great. Jacoby Brissett's top 10 quarterback right now to me.
Thank you for saying that.
I was sleeping on Marlon Mack, and now he looks good. So
thank you.
The Colts defense looks good enough to get
good
enough for the offense to get the job done.
I see the Raiders having a good game too, but I just see the Colts winning.
Yeah.
I see it being a good game. It's going to be a lot of good games this week. Hopefully. All right, what's the next game, please?
Oh, Zach had the Colts too.
Oh, yeah, Zach had the Colts.
And next game is the Panthers and the Texans in Houston.
Okay.
Why does Zach vote for the Panthers?
Zach's voting for the Panthers because their backup quarterback had an amazing game against the Cardinals.
I don't know why. He just
Snapchatted
me and told me that that's who he's going with.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's okay.
Deshaun Watson
had an amazing game. I think D-Hop's gonna.
Didn't they play
the Chargers?
The Chargers,
who have some good defense.
Yeah,
at least a decent defense. But
not as good as last year for some reason. But
anyways, it's just like I see Deshaun Jackson,
the Panthers,
Deshaun Watson doing an amazing game again.
Yeah,
Panthers don't have that defensive. I don't know.
Presence.
Aggressiveness, I would say. I don't know how to explain
the urgency.
They did good against Kyle Murray
but
and
it's
the
Kyler
Cardinals.
Murray.
Cool.
Kyler Murray, not Deshaun Watson
with
and
the
D-Hop.
one of the worst O-lines ever. Cool.
Ooh, wow.
Texans have a bad O-line, but not as bad. Deshaun Jackson he's accurate.
Deshaun
Watson, damn it. Deshaun Watson is accurate. He has targets. He can do
Hopkins.
it. He can do it all. I think he can do it all, and I think he will win this game.
Carlos Hyde, a mediocre running back.
Texans defense too good. Texans defense are slept on.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
I'm going with the Texans. That's my pick.
Going with the Texans, baby.
And Zach is going with the Panthers.
Interesting pick.
Interesting.
Next game is Kansas City in Detroit.
Kansas City and Detroit. I
Kansas
mean,
City.
Yeah, I think
They
it'll be.
look too good.
They look too good.
There's not a lot of people that I'm picking against KC.
Besides, like the Patriots, I'll probably pick the Patriots over the KC.
I honestly would probably even go with the KC over the Patriots.
No,
in my opinion.
We'll get to that week when it comes. Last season it was one of the best. Actually, the best game I've ever saw last season was the Chiefs and the Rams. It's 59 to no.
It was like 54 to 48 or
54 to 48.
Or 54 to 51.
Something like that. High scoring. It looked like a college game.
Right.
It was insane, dude. And that's when the Rams had one of the best defenses ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we are. Still good defense. But Patriots have a good defense. Patriots, good quarterback. Patriots,
good wide
threats.
Well,
Patriots, good O-line.
Think about in the AFC Championship last game, the Chiefs win that game if D Ford doesn't go offsides.
What was the score?
It was like 34-31. The Patriots won, but they score on that game-winning drive. But
good thing you traded him away. Then I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
Because I think the Patriots last year were worse than the Patriots this year.
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl 16-6.
They won the Super Bowl last year.
That's not impressive to me. 16-6 is not impressive.
I thought it was like 13-3.
Nope, 16-6.
Yeah. Well,
might be 13-3.
Well, the Rams
choked. The Saints should have been there, God damn it.
Well, the Saints would have won it.
Ugh. And then we would have been able to talk all the shit to Zach about Drew Brees being the GOAT. They went head to head. And Drew Brees got the ring. Fuck.
Anyways, next
game. Damn those refs.
Well, we all are going with KC, I think.
Yeah, everybody's going with KC, no doubt.
Next game is Cleveland at Baltimore.
Baltimore. Looking real nice.
Lamar Jackson looking real good.
Lamar Jackson's looking good. Baker Mayfield and the Browns, they need to work out some kinks, it looks like.
Yeah.
They need an offensive plan. It just seems like they go out there and they just get lost. I don't know what the deal is.
Like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Throw it to OBJ. Okay, we'll cover him. Fuck it. Throw it to give it to Nick.
Hand it off to Nick.
Nope, there's D-line on that.
Don't worry, we got him.
Okay, what else do we do? Fuck, Baker Mayfield. I'll just throw it away.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Ravens, they're like, oh shit, Lamar Jackson can throw to Marquise Brown. Oh shit, Lamar Jackson can run. Oh shit, Mark Ingram can run. Oh shit, Mark Andrews can catch a ball.
Yeah.
There's a lot of threats on that offense.
Ravens defense too.
Ravens defense has always been good.
Amazing.
Always.
Yeah,
so,
the Ravens just are going to win that game. It shouldn't be
I see the Browns being overrated. No offense, Caleb. Browns are overrated.
I think
not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're definitely overrated.
Yeah.
I had faith coming in the season.
Yeah.
But
overrated.
I mean, it still looks like they're working shit out. It still looks like they could piece it together.
I always saw posts on like Instagram and stuff saying, "Look at this Browns offense coming up this year. They're going to be
every
amazing."
Day.
Yeah, and I was just like,
OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb.
I believed in the hype, and then I watched the first game, and I was like, "Oh no,
no hype."
Yeah, same honestly. I saw the first game. I was like, maybe here in a year. Now I'm starting to think 2 for them to start to piece it together. Maybe get some better defensive players and some O-line,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll have a chance.
They need to
in
rebuild
playoffs.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
They have the pieces. They just need the glue.
New England at Buffalo.
Good game. I think it'll be a good game. The way the Bills have looked, way the Bills have been looking, I think it'll be a good game.
They're both 3-0. It should be an all right game, but I just think the Patriots are too much.
Who have the Bills played that's respective? The Jets when they had Sam Darnold. I think that's about it. Who'd they beat week 2?
They beat the Bengals. Or they beat the Bengals last week. They beat the Giants week 2.
Yeah, so not respective enough for me. That's why I'm going with Patriots. I personally think it'll be a blowout. I don't think it'll be a good game to watch, personally.
I think it'll be a 10, 14-point win for the Patriots.
I think it'll be a 20-point win above.
Because
I'm going to go with Sky. It'll probably be 10, 14.
The Bills do have a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
The Patriots have a really good defense.
Yeah, I know.
The Patriots have an explosive offense. Explosive.
They don't have a run game.
The Patriots just have the best team.
They don't need a run game. They just don't. Their offensive line's that good.
I mean, I'm going with New England.
I know, yeah. We're all going with New England.
But
I'm just saying the Bills do look good too. I'm not knocking them. It's just they haven't played no worthy opponent yet.
Okay, so we're all going with New England.
Yes. Okay, what's the next game?
Tampa Bay and Los Angeles to face the Rams.
Oof.
Okay. Toss up, but kind of not. Buccaneers, pretty good D, kind of not.
There's a 65% chance the Rams win this game.
But the Rams, there is a 60. Okay, yes. But the Rams have the third worst pass protection in the NFL right now, with countering Barrett or whatever his name is, who had 3 sacks, and he made like not Daniel Jones, the Panthers backup.
Kyle Allen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he sacked him a lot. So it's a toss-up, but the Rams look too good.
There's too many threats on the Rams.
The Rams are just the better team.
Yeah.
But the Rams didn't play good last week, is my problem. They didn't play good against the Browns. So
and
like
the Bucs did play good.
The Bucs did play good.
But they
but they lost by 1 by their kicker. So technically they didn't. I don't think the Bucs really lost. Their kicker lost it for them. I think the Bucs will actually have a good game, but the Rams have one of the best pass defenses aside from Green Bay.
The Rams have a better QB in my opinion.
They do have a better
better
QB.
running back.
I think they just
better running back.
Their wide receivers are close, but the Rams have a better they have 3 pretty good ones.
They have better targets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on the Tampa Bay, but
it's just hard to say they'll lose, but I can just see the Buccaneers winning. It's hard to say they'll lose, though. But I have to pick the Rams just as a safety pick.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
Rams, baby.
Everybody's going with the Rams.
Everybody's going with the Rams. What's the next game going?
Seattle and Arizona.
Okay. We talked about this a lot.
Arizona defense is bad.
Arizona defense bad. Arizona O-line bad.
Bad.
Seattle defense D-line good.
Last week
was
didn't
bad.
look good. Last week didn't look good.
Because we're like, short passes. Well, we suck at those. But D-line against the Cardinals O-line. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray is not careful with the ball enough. He'll throw some picks.
Yeah, I think he's too courageous with it.
Too reckless with it.
Russell Wilson.
Instead of just slowly learning to walk the shoes.
This is what I was saying. Russell Wilson, you got to think about it. They gave up 4 touchdowns to the backup QB for the Panthers, and Russell Wilson just threw for 2 and ran for 2 and threw for 400 yards
against the Saints D.
So you have
Saints D is decent.
You have a hot Russell Wilson coming into Arizona against a terrible Cardinals defense.
Russell Wilson's hot-headed right now.
He's
so pissed he missed that
Russell Wilson should have a field day against the Cardinals.
I'm saying he drops at least 3 touchdowns and maybe 1 rushing touchdown. At least 3 touchdowns.
He will have a very good game.
Yes, I agree.
And I'm going with Seattle.
Everybody's going with Seattle.
Yeah. I think it'll be a blowout. It sucks to vote against Kyler Murray, but the Seahawks are just too damn good.
Yeah.
Next game is Minnesota in Chicago.
Ooh.
Okay. This is my logic here.
Worried
the
about
Bears' defense is insane. As we saw last week, we see 2 forced fumbles from Khalil Mack. We see how many sacks? Was it like 5 or 6? something like
six.
that.
I'll tell you what
six.
mine tells me.
A pick six.
The Bears.
Another pick.
The Bears defense extraordinary. The
Extraordinary.
Bears offense terrible.
But listen, the Vikings
The
quarterback.
Vikings defense
The Vikings
pretty good.
quarterback.
The Vikings QB or Vikings
Mitch and
Vikings
Kirk
offense
Cousins
is
are about
very
the same
good.
level. Okay, no,
no,
Mitch is
No,
worse.
Kirk
Mitch is
Cousins
worse.
is better.
But Mitch had a good game last game.
Dalvin Cook. It depends on what Dalvin Cook does, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
Dalvin
all
Cook.
up to Dalvin Cook this game. If
It's
they
on
can stop
Dalvin
Dalvin
Cook's
Cook,
shoulders.
this game goes to the Bears.
Yeah.
And if the Vikings defense can stop Mitch, which I see them doing, but I also see the Bears defense stopping Dalvin Cook and Kurt.
I just don't think the Bears will be able to move the ball downfield to get that many scores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their defense made most of the points last game. I mean, how many touchdowns did Mitch have last game?
Maybe one.
Didn't he have
No,
one?
he had three. He had three.
that
He had
whole
three.
Taylor
wideout,
Gabriel,
yeah,
remember?
Taylor
Really?
Gabriel. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So maybe it's
But
the
also,
Bears'
I
mode of
think-
time, maybe?
The thing I think with Kirk Cousins, though, is that he's going to be more careful with the ball than Case Keenum. Case Keenum is reckless. He threw 3 picks
Yeah.
and he fumbled
Even,
the
That
ball
is
twice.
even if it was the O-line's fault, in my opinion. Because the O-line, didn't he fumble it 3 times? Well, he fumbled it twice because of the O-line.
Well,
Because Khalil Mack's just a baller.
and the Vikings O-line's better than
He's
the
a fucking
Redskins O-line.
wall
I
running
think.
at you.
Yeah, I would say they are, but
Mhm.
Kirk
again, it's
Cousins is
Khalil
a better
Mack.
QB. Kirk Cousins has better wideouts to throw to.
Yeah.
True.
He has a better running back to rely on. I think the Vikings will win this.
I think so too.
It may be
Just-
close. It may be like a 7-point game.
it'll
5-point, 4-point game,
It is
something like
literally
that.
a battle between defensive giants.
It'll be a single-digit game, but the Vikings are going to win.
I agree. Just because
Mitchell's
have more weapons.
inconsistency. Yeah, just
And yeah, Mitch is inconsistent. The running back, David Montgomery, and Tariq Cohen.
yeah. They have good
Okay.
backups too. Good running back backups for
I don't
Vikings.
even know their wideouts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Vikings too. It's a tough one.
Next-
And Zach picked the
I
Vikings.
picked the
as well.
Vikings, yeah. Next game, Jacksonville in Denver to face the Broncos.
Also a toss-up to me because Philip Lindsay could bool, but the defense of the Jacksonville looked really
D-line.
good.
Their
The Jacksonville look
secondary.
very good. Gardner Minshew looks like he's fitting into the offense well.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a
Yeah.
lot with him this next week.
And Joe Flacco, I don't know about him. I've never known about him.
He looked good, ish. He's just a decent
But
quarterback.
he
Mediocre.
faces a good Jags defense.
A good Jags defense.
I think he'll make a lot of mistakes.
I just see Jags bringing it together now. I see Broncos still
Yeah.
staying mediocre. That's
Yeah.
why I'm picking the Jags.
The Jaguars are improving. The Broncos are just complacent.
The Broncos are the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos are the Broncos.
Yeah.
Next
Jags.
game is Dallas.
Zach picked the
Yeah.
Jags.
Next game is Dallas in New Orleans to face the
Oof.
Saints in the Superdome.
This is the decider.
This
This
is the
is a
decider. Zach
deciding
obviously
factor.
went with the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys man with Cowboys.
Yeah.
However,
Teddy
Alvin
Bridgewater.
Kamara, Teddy
Alvin
Bridgewater,
Kamara.
and Michael Thomas.
Michael
Those are going to be
Thomas.
the 3 targets this next week. That's what's
Decent
going to.
defense.
I
And special
personally,
teams for the Saints.
yeah, special teams looks good.
They need their
whatever.
defense to
but-
do better.
Defense will do, but
You got to think of the Cowboys offense.
I mean,
did you see the Cowboys
Yeah.
last
against the
week?
Dolphins in the
Zeke,
first half.
Amari,
Exactly.
You can't play like that
Randall
against the
Cobb.
Saints in the first half.
They haven't played a respectable opponent yet.
I didn't get to
This
watch
will be the
it.
first one. They're in the Superdome.
I didn't get to watch it, but just by hearing that they didn't perform that good in the first half, I was wondering if they were trying out new things on offense, like a new playbook,
Probably.
just to see if it works. If it doesn't, I mean, obviously they're playing the Dolphins, so they don't know for sure. But
I don't think so. I think they just struggled.
They might
You
They,
got-
have
they haven't
struggled.
played
you
any.
got Dak, you got Zeke, you got Amari, you got Randall Cobb, and Michael Gallup when he comes back. You got a great O-line, solid defense. I think the Cowboys are going to win because when you look at the offense, I think it's just overall better because
think-
Dak's a starter.
I think you've been
Zeke's
around.
better. Zeke, arguably better than Alvin Kamara.
I think you've been around Zach too much.
Too much.
No.
Okay, who has a better
It's
defense?
the Saints.
Who has a better defense? The Cowboys or Seattle?
Or Seattle.
Yes.
I'd say they match up. Good D lines, pretty good secondary.
I think Seattle's is a little better.
A little better.
But
Russell Wilson had a field day. Will Dak have a field day? And we still lost. I don't know. I feel like Teddy Bridgewater's going to show out, though.
I feel like Teddy Bridgewater's going to show up just like he did this last week.
Maybe they're going to watch the short passes. I don't know.
If you think about it, the Cowboys got Zeke over Chris Carson, and they got Amari over Tyler Lockett.
Michael Thomas, dude. You're talking about last week.
I'm talking about
he's
Cowboys
just comparing,
and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm comparing the players.
But then compared the defense. Javion Clowney, Bobby Wagner. You guys have the Cowboys have Vander Shoe or whatever. Vander Esk. We have.
They have Do they still have DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah.
Talk to Zach.
Yeah, Zach knows.
Yeah, Zach knows.
But I think he's like on
birth.
Yeah.
He knows their pets' names.
Either way, the Cowboys haven't faced a team. Like, I've gone with them each week because they faced bad teams.
I agree. But they have a good team.
I haven't seen a quality win out of the Cowboys yet. This is a chance to show me.
I mean, I've seen them win.
No, like I'm talking about like a quality win.
Yeah.
Against a quality team.
Dak had a perfect passer rating week 1, or QB rating
against the Giants, but
it's the Giants. Teddy Bridgewater just balled against the Giants. Or, I mean, not Jameis Winston just balled against the Giants. I'm going with New Orleans.
In the Superdome. That's a big thing too. In the Superdome, Drew Brees is going to be on the sideline with his thumbs up, and he can't move it up.
Yeah, he can't move
it. He's just going to keep doing it. My thumb's always up. Let's go, Teddy.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
So 2 Cowboys and me and Sky going Saints. Ooh.
Final game of the week.
Split.
Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Here's the thing. Cincinnati sucks.
They do suck.
I
think Andy Dalton has looked all right.
When's AJ Green come back?
Not this week.
They haven't set a timetable yet.
Because the Sky says AJ Green's the key to the offense. They win the Super Bowl if they have AJ Green.
I never said that. I said they're a lot better.
You exaggerate it like that.
I said they're a lot better with AJ Green. You can't get any worse by adding a top 7 wide receiver in the NFL. So.
Top 10.
But how much better can you get when you have Andy Dalton at the reins?
Yeah,
Andy Dalton has looked pretty good this year so far.
I don't
know.
Not last game. Like a flaming pile of poo.
Not last game. I don't think he looked good last game. Hair. Bills have a good D, but like Steelers have a better D.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's why I'm going Steelers.
Steelers I don't know about
defense.
that.
Defense wins games.
What?
I think the Bills' defense is better than the Steelers.
What?
I argue.
The Patriots beat them 33-3 the first week. Who the Steelers play the second week? They're 0-3, so they lost all 3 games.
Well, you just said last week their defense was looking unstoppable.
I never said that.
That's what you did. You did. You said last week their defense was looking top of the line.
You did, yeah, because they had 5 takeaways from the 49ers.
Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. I did say that. I thought you were talking about the week before that.
No, I was talking about last week.
So they did look good against the 49ers.
Who have a decent offense and a decent defense.
A good defense.
But I don't think they're as good as the Bills' defense.
You don't think the Steelers' defense is as good as the Bills' defense? Yeah. I think they're even.
I think Sky needs to see more of last week.
Yeah, last week the Bengals actually scored on them. The Bengals almost won against the Bills. I'm just pointing that out there, but they just fucked up because of Andy Dalton. The Steelers lost somehow. I don't know how, with 5 takeaways. That makes no goddamn sense.
Against the 49ers.
That Steelers defensive coordinator must be getting paid a pretty penny because 5 takeaways is impressive.
I'm still going to go with the Steelers in this game.
Oh, yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because Mason Rudolph, I think, is going to be decent.
Mason Rudolph and Juju
should be
going to come out.
Should be able to show out against the
James
Bengals
Conner
defense.
Needs to wake up.
Yeah, their running back situation's bad.
Yeah, James
If
Conner.
If not, throw Jalen Samuels in. Jalen will do a James Conner last year. Proving himself over Le'Veon. Jalen Samuels can do to prove himself over James Conner.
I don't know.
Was that all the games?
I disagree, but maybe.
Is that all the games?
Yeah, that's it for that week. We can make our Super Bowl predictions.
Early Super Bowl picks from week 3.
I'll start it off. Out of the AFC, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs out of the AFC.
I don't even know.
To the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna go with the Packers out of the NFC.
Wrong.
So I'm going to go with Packers Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
If that is the Super Bowl, that'll be a really fun Super Bowl to watch. That's what I would be excited for, and I hope that does come true. However, Patriots. However, Saints, Rams, Cowboys.
Ooh.
Any one of those will beat the Packers.
I think the Packers could beat any of those teams on any given day.
On any given day, you've lost it.
We've lost it.
Packers
You've
defense
lost it.
looks the best they've looked in a while this
Their
year.
True.
last defense.
Aaron
True.
Rodgers looks just
looks
like
good.
he normally does. Aaron Jones
Not
and Jamal
GOAT.
Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams are both solid running backs that you can put in and out, taking it out. Devontae Adams, Scantling, and Allison are all pretty good. Devontae Adams is the top 5 wideout.
Yeah.
Top 7 wideouts. Debatable.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is the top 5 quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Top 3, possibly. Scantling and Allison are both good complementary wideouts.
I still don't see it. I look at the other teams and I see, Drew Brees is coming back. Okay, nice. Rams. Wow. Rams are looking really good. Who else? The Cowboys? Like, it's explosive. It's
the NFC is
explosive.
good,
Each one
but
of
I
those
think
are explosive.
The NFC is
The
good, but I think when it
Packers.
comes down to crunch time, Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback in crunch time.
I agree. But when it comes down to crunch time, Drew Brees is one of the best too.
I think that would be the NFC Championship game.
It might.
Saints and Packers.
But I still see the Saints. I see the Saints going to the Super Bowl because they're so pissed.
They are pissed.
Who's your pick for?
They didn't even get a go last year over a fluke.
My Super Bowl pick is Patriots and
Saints.
I want to say that.
Brady versus Breeze.
Brady
we finally get to
versus
see the
Breeze.
showdown.
But it all
need the
depends.
showdown.
It all depends how Teddy Bridgewater does. Because if he helps the record, I definitely see him going to the playoffs and having their bye week and shit.
Mm-hmm.
With Drew Brees coming back, I think he's gonna come harder, stronger, faster. Drew Brees style.
He's been hitting the gym.
All right, Caleb, who you got for your Super Bowl?
I don't know the factions. I don't know NFC, AFC, but I agree with PJ. Patriots, Saints, but I also could see the Chiefs going. I could see the Ravens going.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the Dolphins going.
I feel like Zach would say
maybe
the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Zach would say the
Maybe.
Cowboys.
Zach would
and
definitely say the
Patriots.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know who he'd say between the Patriots and Chiefs, but
I mean, yeah. So
I said Chiefs, Ravens, Patriots,
Now,
Saints.
I said
maybe Cowboys.
Packers, Chiefs, Super Bowl. Packers winning it all.
no, dude. Even if the Packers win, I still think the Chiefs would win that.
Super Bowl, Packers.
No.
Aaron
Oh
Rodgers
my
wins
God.
his second ring.
Nope.
No.
Right? That would be his second.
I'm gonna
right?
hit you with the haymaker right
It'd be
now.
his second one, but no. I don't see it. I just
Who
don't.
you got win the Super Bowl? Your matchup?
Out of my
Saints?
matchup, Saints.
The Patriots.
Nah.
Root for the Saints.
If the Patriots win again,
Not
they're just the
surprised,
best team of all time. But I want the Saints to win. I hope the Saints win
In
because they
PJ's
deserve
case,
it.
I would root for the Saints all the way, ride or die.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots took it
Yeah.
because that's such a good game. But
Patriots
fuck,
are just
man.
that good.
Drew Brees,
Drew Brees though.
my guy, my goat.
Tom Brady though. It's like, fuck.
Well,
thank you guys for tuning in to another
episode 3 of the Sports.
episode 3.
The
Sports
Downstairs
podcast.
Hooligans podcast.
Yeah, this is our third episode
Of
and
the Sports
podcast. We're having a pop culture episode coming out this Saturday. We'll record that soon.
Tune in.
We should be back to the original schedule of putting one out Wednesday next week, and Zach
Yeah.
will be back.
Yeah, we
Yep.
just had a little bit of a Zach leaving and like a little hump of guests and stuff, but it's fine. We're going to be talking about in our next pop culture episode, we're going to be talking about Last of Us 2. Apparently that's coming out next year. I'm really excited about that. We'll also be talking about the new Joker movie, which we're going to go see next week, and just other stuff. We're going to be talking about new news, and
We'll probably
just tune
have
in.
guests
Probably have guests.
soon in upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
We will be flyers will be around campus. Pitt
We just
State
got flyers
campus.
today. Yes, thank you for reminding me. We just got flyers today. We're going to go around Pitt State campus, put those up.
We're gonna put them in your mailbox.
We'll-
We're gonna put them on your windows.
We do have
Tune in.
again. We
We're gonna put them everywhere.
we do have these coasters.
In your closet.
We do have these limited time
Your
coasters,
dresser.
limited edition coasters.
Yeah,
limited
don't forget
edition
to check them out.
We will
From
be
one of
getting
our
more.
sponsors.
Pictures on the
Yeah.
Instagram.
We will be getting more.
Well, we'll be getting more. We're gonna
have a deal on them.
We're gonna have a deal
4
on
for
them.
20.
4 for 20. If you want them, check them out on Instagram. They're really slick, very high quality. We got them from one of our sponsors. They sponsor us. We'll make sure to just let us know. Just make sure to let us know.
We'll also
Hit
be
us up.
talking to more sponsors these coming weeks, and you'll probably hear some of their ads on.
Yeah, you'll
the
probably
show
hear-
coming up.
We're gonna put them at the start and the end, kind of like most podcasts do. So,
Bada boom, bada bing.
bada boom, bada bing. We will
Fun time.
fun time. We will
Good
see
dogs.
you next time. Bye bye.
Adios.
Adios.
Jinx, motherfucker.